Welcome to Your Path for Adult Learners, where we provide 24/7 online GED and HiSET preparation courses. To learn more about our courses, please visit our website at www.yourpathforadultlearners.com. So in today's Focus on the Test mini lesson, I will be reviewing a problem that will resemble what you'll see on your actual test. So let us get started. Here's what a test item may look like. Question 3, sentence 3. The House of Congress consists of 535 members, including 100 senators and 435 representatives. Which corrections should be made to sentence 3? And here you are given 4 options. You have option A, consists of, option B, consisted of, option C, will consist of, and option D, no change necessary. So as I have mentioned in previous videos, let me just explain that your language arts section of your exam will require that you read a passage, and from that passage you will be required to edit a variety of sentences. So in this case, you're looking at sentence 3. So in order to answer this question, I will say that you must be familiar with your subject-verb agreement rules. So let's begin to answer this question by first identifying our subject and our verb in this particular sentence. So the first question you must ask yourself is, what is the sentence talking about in order to identify your subject? So in this case, your sentence is talking about the House. So House in this case is your subject. Of Congress tells you what type of house, okay? The House of Congress, House is your subject. What about the House? It consists. Consists is your verb. So now that we have identified our subject and our verb, we now need to determine whether or not they agree in terms of the structure of this sentence. So let's look at some rules. So here we have, being able to find the right subject and verb will help you correct errors of subject-verb agreement. Your basic rule for your subject-verb agreement is a singular subject such as she, Bill, car, one person, or one thing takes a singular verb, is, goes, shines. If you look closely at these verbs, you'll see one thing in common, and that is that they all have S's at the end of them, which makes them singular. So keep that in mind, that your singular verb will always have an S, singular, S for singular, S at the end of your verb. Whereas a plural subject takes a plural verb. That means that if you have more than one subject, in this case, if she was they, then your verb will not be is, but are. That's a to be verb. However, if you were to have Bill and Tom, 2 people, you will not have goes, but go. More than one person. Likewise for car, which is singular, if you make it plural, cars with an S on it, it would not be shines, but shine without the S. Okay, so let's look at another definition here. So this definition states, Rule 1, a verb agrees with its subject in number. So keep in mind, when you are dealing with subject-verb agreement, you're looking at the number of subjects that you have to determine whether or not your verb needs to be singular or plural. Keep in mind that if you have a singular verb, meaning one verb, one person, one thing, then you have a singular verb, and that singular verb will have an S on the end of it. For example, if we look at these 2 sentences here, we have the car stays in the garage. So we have one car that we're talking about, Therefore, our verb will have an S on the end, stays. However, if we were talking about more than one car and we had the cars, we would drop the S and it would say stay in the garage. So therefore, we would have the cars stay in the garage and not stays. We would drop the S. Likewise, if we look at this sentence, the flower smells good. We're talking about one flower. Therefore, our verb has an S on the end, smells. Singular verb. However, if we were talking about more than one flower, we would have the flowers smell good. Therefore, we would drop the S off of smells and it would be smell good. So now let's go back to our sentence here. And so again, we have one subject, which is house. So we need to make sure that our verb agrees with our singular subject, and I'm going to write another S for singular subject. And our verb must also be singular because we have a singular subject. But we know that this verb is not singular, it is plural because there is no S at the end of consist. So therefore, we need to write an S at the end of the word consist, make it consists, in order for our subject and verb to agree. And I'm going to write the word agree here. So now if we go back down to our options here, we see that option A is the verb that will apply for this particular sentence because the word consist has an S on the end of it. Therefore, option A is the correct choice in terms of correcting this sentence. We will have consist with an S on the end of it. So if we were to take option A and insert it into our sentence would then read, the House of Congress consists of 535 members, including 100 senators and 435 representatives. So option A in this case is the correct choice. Therefore, options B, C, and D will not apply. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and watch out for more videos to come your way. Remember, you can learn more about our 24/7 online GED and HiSET preparation courses by visiting our website at www.yourpathforadultlearners.com.